How goes the family? Welcome back to Patterson L Properties. Hopefully you guys are having a great and exceptional day. First time done 2 videos on this channel in a long time, so let's get it done, let's get it in. All right, with all the craziness going on in the United States of America, basically specifically within the economy right now, family, from job layoffs, stock markets going down, much more economic uncertainty, buying a home nowadays is becoming more and more of a fairy tale. So today I was very surprised to hear that a state such as the state of Nebraska is on the brink of filing for bankruptcy. It hasn't done so specifically yet, but they're on the verge of doing this. So could the state of Nebraska, with this being said, could the state of Nebraska become the next best thing when it comes to the potential real estate investors like myself? Meaning buying cheaper properties at a better price, or buying decent properties at a better, lower price because of the so-called housing shortage that's been facing the nation for a couple of years now. All right, because at the end of the day, unfortunately, in order to purchase a real estate investment property, one has to buy distressed properties in areas, unless they're rich, distressed properties in areas that are distressed and are about to become, distressed. Meaning that, they need attention, need a lot of work, they have squatters in the property, the properties have been abandoned or boarded up, things of that nature. So according to the article that I read the other day, Nebraska lawmakers received some bad news first thing Thursday morning on the floor of the state legislature. The big hole in the budget shortfall has gotten bigger, they said. The feds shared the news with Nebraska lawmakers in January of 2025, but for some reason the paperwork was overlooked at the Capitol and only discovered Wednesday by a staffer in the fiscal office last year. Lawmakers knew, meaning 2024, lawmakers knew that the federal government was going to pay a lower percentage for Medicaid, but that percentage is dropping even more, meaning Nebraska lawmakers need to carve out another $90 million out of the state's budget to cover Medicaid. On Monday, the state's budget had a hole of negative $198 million. This hole grew to negative $289 million Wednesday. And when a state unfortunately goes into bankruptcy, these things can occur as well. It would trigger a series of complex events, including renegotiating debt obligations with bondholders, policies potentially leading to a significant cost cuts, layoffs and hardships of residents and pensioners, while also affecting the state's credit worthiness. So remember that this will affect the overall state and local economy of Nebraska, and this could create a situation where more landlords in the state of Nebraska could potentially become more tired landlords wanting to get out of their homes, investment properties, etc., and so forth, especially given the fact that the state is projected and hasn't happened yet, up to 60 to 70% of their workforce due to certain policies being implemented throughout the country, because they have it's a big, Nebraska's a very big rural state, farming community, beautiful state out here, and they don't have the labor that they need, i.e. people who are documented or undocumented, legal or illegal immigrants within the United States of America. So I'm sure, like with the administration's new policy, whether they love the administration or not, I'm not talking about that politics. I'm just saying with the new policy, you probably had a lot of people say, you know what, let me get out of this state because I don't want to get arrested and sent back home. So, so at the same time, according to Zillow, the average cost of a home in the state of Nebraska is between $200,000 and $260,000, which isn't a bad price. And if the real, this is for a decent property. So a distressed property could run into the $100,000s to below to the $90s, $80s, and $70,000. So at the, and if the real estate market in the state of Nebraska tanks even more, aka goes directly down the toilet from an economic standpoint, then it may become a place where investors might think of purchasing a property. But will the state have a significant population of renters to sustain the real estate investor appetite? Only time will tell. So it's not a guarantee. It's one of those hypothetical things. If you're from Nebraska, or have ever been in Nebraska, know the Nebraska real estate market, let me know in the comment section. And just we can go from there. Like I said, this might be a year that's worthy of taking a trip to Nebraska to see if there is great real estate investment potential. Don't forget Patterson L Properties. We wholesale real estate throughout the DMV area and Pennsylvania area. So check us out. Excuse me. All right, don't forget, if you're a stock market investor, crypto investor, individual retirement account investor, don't forget to check out WEBULL Stash Gate, Crypto.com, Coinbase. Those platforms you'll be able to make money moves so you don't live broke like a fool. Remember, it's 2025. It's time for you to own something. You can't get fired if you own a company. So if you don't own something, it's a great thing. If you think, like, share, subscribe, have a great day. Make money move so you can live like a fool. As they say in Spanish, living la vida. Welcome to the life.